So we have a bit of a dry day. Oh, I say day. It's going to be a few hours without rainfall, and it was an opportunity to get my GoPro on and try to record some of the ride. The paths were tough, lots of rainfall. Yesterday it was like 9 hours of riding, constant rain, and we're talking about sort of heavy English rain, not that sort of spitting rain, but well, monsoon rain really. That's what it should be called, because that's what it is. It's monsoon rain. Now we're heading towards a lake which is called Sea Lake, Samundar Lake, I think. I'm not 100% sure, and I think time will tell. As we get closer, I'm sure there'll be signs for it, and I can pick those up and give you the exact name of the lake. But we went to a very high point called Babusar top, and that sits at 13,700 feet above sea level, so fairly high. Unfortunately, I couldn't really record much of the ride because it was raining, and it wasn't just a little rain. It was, look, I'm wearing waterproofs, and under that I'm wearing a waterproof Gore-Tex jacket, and I'm wearing waterproof pants, and under that I'm wearing jeans and thermals. And basically every day it rains, I just get soaked through, and the waterproofs are working, but it's just that the rain just creeps in. I mean, I had rain going up my sleeve, down my back, along my chin, down my front. You know, it's just continuous. So that's it really. Country, as wonderful as it is, does not follow any traffic rules. I'm pretty sure nobody in this country would take offense, because that is not just the truth, that is the absolute truth. And so one has to protect oneself at all times. And I guess in a way you have to foresee an error from the oncoming traffic, or even traffic behind you. Sometimes they overtake you without letting you know. They're coming really fast and they just overtake you, and sometimes, you know, when they do, you're a little bit shocked because you're not expecting that. So traffic rules don't apply. They should apply, but they don't apply. And so I tend to be extremely cautious, especially in tracks like these, on tracks like these, I mean. And that's about it really. Nothing else to say about the traffic. This is a new lake that was created. I'm not sure if it was a small dam that was created, or it was just that there was like a dip in the valley and they blocked it off to collect the rainwater. I'm pretty sure it is rainwater rather than glacier water, because glaciers probably don't sit so far, or they're further away from this area. Now, which way should I go? Let's go this side. Looking at the water for too long also makes me very dizzy. If there's not one thing, it's another. If it's not that, it's t'other. You get out of breath. Well, I certainly do when doing all this. Assalamu alaikum. भाईजान आगे मोटरसाइकिल का रास्ता है या नहीं? अच्छा 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 जे मोटरसाइकिल आ रहे हैं आगे पानी है. So they're saying that the chap I just asked, the question I asked was, is there a route for a motorcycle? And he said, no, there seems to be water ahead.
Sadly, this is it. This is Samundar Lake. They used to have, they used to be cable cars here, and there was water plentiful, and there was a zip line, and there was eateries and whatnot. But the police are here because what they're saying is that the locals have built this without planning permission, and they've brought in cranes and whatnot, and they're knocking it all down. I've been approached by a lady who's a widow who owns the shop straight ahead, and she's saying basically that's all her income, that's everything she had. She lost her husband and she's put everything into this thinking it would be a money maker for her children. And is there anything I can do? So I've taken it upon myself to write a letter, which I've passed on to the inspector in charge to pass on to powers to be.
Right, so we're going back. Didn't expect this to be a tough as track as it has become, but it is what it is, as we say in England, and I guess I've got to do it. I'm trying to take the line which is the easiest, but I can tell you there's nothing here that's that easy. Oh. And making sure you have enough power to get up over these rocks, but yet controlling the power so you don't put too much into it, because it's very easy to lose control of the bike. Slippery rocks, jagged rocks, large rocks forcing you to steer away in a direction that you don't want to. Anyway, it's all done. What looked difficult, which was this bit, now looks much easier after doing the river. Welcome back to the main road. I prefer uphill to downhill. I'm not sure if other bikers are the same. It's a good question to ask. It's uphill, brakes aren't required. You just throttle less and you're good to go. Plus I feel there's more control when you're going up, because the pace is sort of, how can I explain this? The pace is dictated by your control over the throttle. Whereas when you're going downhill, really it's the gradient that controls your pace, and therefore you're really just controlling how fast you go down with brakes, and brakes obviously can fail, or it can be difficult sometimes to slow down quick enough for the danger ahead. So yeah, uphill I prefer. So this was supposed to be Samundar Lake, which means sea lake, but it was a sad day because the actual resort was being knocked down by the police because they claim it doesn't have permission to be there. I guess if they've broken rules, then it's understandable that they break it or dismantle it. But it is a shame, because it's one of those places where if they can create something that forces tourists or attracts tourists, then it's obviously a good thing. In a place where trade is limited, anything that pulls a tourist, the tourist in, is worth pursuing for the whole area. But I guess they should have applied for permission.
En route, I did capture some drone footage. Now, I wanted the drone footage to show village life, as I think the village culture in Pakistan is something altogether different. So we've tried to capture landscapes, and I hope you enjoy. Eyes of a traveller. So, the passage from the road to the other side of the river was undertaken on a cable car, often known as a dolly car. So, I'll show you that at the end. Please enjoy the terraces, the river, the mountain, the tracks, everything that this wonderful country has to offer on a rural scale. It really is quite fantastic. I hope you enjoyed, and obviously if you liked, please do consider subscribing. Until next time, keep smiling, be safe, ride safe, take care.